That's rotten. That's the sponge sound deadening that is behind the dash. You see that? It's absolutely piss wet through. Hello, welcome back. It's Chris from 80s 90s Vox, and today I'm going to be showing you around my latest 90s shit box that I've bought. If you're on the Facebook group, you probably would have already seen it if you pay any attention to the group. Before I show it to you though, I'm going to give you some clues so you can work out what it is. It's completely original as it came out of the factory. It's got alloy wheels, colour-coded mirrors, colour-coded boot spoiler, but it's not an SRI or a GSI of any kind. The interior is a one-off to this model. You can't get it in any other models. It's quite a nice interior actually, to be fair. It's only at 1.6, so it's nothing fancy. Any guess as to what it might be? As you can see, it's another typical day in sunny Wales. It's raining, it's windy, it's standard. These are the wheels, but it's not a Mark II Cavalier or a Mark III Astra. It's got quite a nice interior. I think these were also available in the Mark II Astra OXI, but it's not one of them. It's also got these floor mats that match the interior. I don't know if they're original or someone just bought them because they look similar or not. I'm not sure. The dashboard's probably going to give it away for what it is. And here it is. It's a 1992 Vauxhall Cavalier Expression. Overall, it's quite a nice, clean, tidy car. It's quite a weird spec though. As you can see, it's got colour-coded mirrors, but they're manual adjustment. It's also got manual front windows. The top of the dash is perfect though, there's no cracks in that whatsoever, which is very rare for a Cavalier. The headlining is also pretty mint. It's the later vinyl type. There's no sagging in it whatsoever, which, again, that's amazing for a Mark III Cavalier, because they always droop and sag. Now, according to the brochure, when these were new, these came standard with central locking, but this one doesn't. It doesn't even have any of the wiring for it into the A-pillars. Being an Expression model, though, it's probably built with just leftover parts that were on the shelves in the Vauxhall factory, and they just basically threw any old shit together and put a fancy badge on it. That's what they did with most of the special editions, like the Colorado and stuff. The door cards are also in very good condition. That one's also really good. I don't think the back seats have really been sat in much either because of how clean it is. Again, no lifting. There is a slight bit of lifting on the passenger front one by here, but apart from that, they're all mint. Now, body wise, it's pretty straight and clean and tidy for the majority of the car. Probably can't see it on the camera. There is a small dent in the door somewhere around here, but it's not too bad. Again, this side's not too bad. That door's not the original though. Apparently years and years ago. I can't remember if someone reversed into him or he reversed into something, but that door got bent. So that's the replacement door that someone's had painted. The colour match is pretty good, but the actual paint job is not brilliant. You can still see some like sand marks in it where they've had like a DA on it. You probably can't pick it up on the camera. The only downside is the rear arches and the end of the sills. As you can see, they've been repaired quite badly. It's starting to go here, down there. The lip's bubbling a little bit. Come over to the other side, again, the end of the sill's been repaired. And that lip's, well, that lip's pretty bad, to be fair. So apart from the rear arches and the ends of the sills, yeah, body-wise, it's pretty solid. It's quite a nice, clean, tidy car. It's just basic as fuck, really. So we've done 66,000 miles. I've had it just over a week. There is one little issue with it though. It comes with a free driver's footwell foot spar. So I'm going to have a look at that, see if I can sort out whatever that is. When I bought it, it wasn't like that, it was bone dry. That's only happened in like the last 2 days when we've had quite a lot of rain. So yeah, I'll have to investigate that. It's also a little bit wet on the inside of the boot, but I think that's the aerial grommet. I'm not sure. I'll have a look at that as well. Overall though, I do quite like the car. It drives very, very, very nice. It feels like a brand new car, near enough. In fact, when you get to about 70 miles an hour, and there's a bit of a vibration for the steering wheel. I'm not sure if that's like bushes or tyres, because both of which are quite old. It's also got a slightly noisy clutch release bearing, but that's not really an issue. You can sort that out at some point. Oh, and one of the badges fell off the mud flap. I've got it though, so it just needs gluing back on. Still got the original dealer plate and the original dealer sticker. That's quite nice to see. Time to move the old red shed out of the way. And here she is. Got a 1.6 small block on a pure bed carb with around 80 brake horsepower of pure fury, something like that. Now, before I bought it, I did notice, have a quick look under the scuttle, and it's like delaminated along this edge slightly, so that's probably where the water's coming in. Other thing you want to check is the elephant's trunk down there, that's what people call it. It's just a bit of rubber, deflects water out of the bulkhead. It's got a slit in the end. You know, we block up like leaves and mud and crap. As you can see, there is a bit in that, but it's not too bad. Ugh. I may have to break out Mr. Welder. I've literally just given this like the gentlest of pokes. Yeah, that's not good. That's really not good. Oh Jesus. Oh dear. That's rotten. That's the sponge sound deadening that is behind the dash. You see that? It's absolutely piss wet through. There's also a hole up there. Yeah, that's pretty rotten. Luckily, I've got this bulkhead cut from my sister's Cavalier. So I think I'm going to try and make a template of that bit in there, and then try and make it out of metal and see if I can get it welded into my Cav. You can see I've got a little plate, just sort of cut rough to the right shape. I'll get that tacked in and then bent to shape properly and welded in. It's only going to be a temporary repair. Once I've got this heap of shit back on the road, this one will be coming off the road. I'll try and tidy up them rear arches that I was on about earlier. The sills are not. And then I'll probably take the engine out, take all the sound deadening off the bulkhead. There's probably some more rot underneath somewhere at the bottom lip. That's where they normally go. Yeah, I'll get all the bulkhead stripped, remove the upper bulkhead. You just draw the spot welds out, pull that out. And then that patch there I will repair properly. I'll take the dash out as well and all the sound dead and do a proper job of it over the winter. So this is just going to be a temporary repair for now, just so I can keep it on the road. Right, as you can see, well you can't really see it, I've got a plate welded in there, absolutely annihilated it in seam sealer. Let's go let that dry. Hopefully that'll keep it sealed up for now. Yeah, like I said, when it comes off the road I will be repairing that properly. Do a much neater job. It's just got to survive till, I don't know, like September-ish, something like that, before I can sort it out. Did say the boot was a bit wet as well. You can see around the oil grommet. It is a bit cracked, so hopefully it's just that. But yeah, as you can see, it's absolutely pissing it down. I do have a new grommet for that somewhere, but I have not got a clue where to put it. I can't find it, so I'll probably have to leave that for a later date. It's not too bad anyway. These are the sort of problems you'd expect really, because this car spent most of its life parked up in a garage, hasn't really been used a lot. It's 32 years old, so it's done an average of like 500 miles a year from new. Yeah, these older Vauxhalls don't really like being sat around too much. If they go out in the rain and they get parked up, you know, a few months at a time, the water gets stuck and it doesn't come down the drain holes or anything like that. It just sits there, and then you have problems like that where the bulkhead rots out, or your rear arches rot out, or the rear sills. Yeah, they prefer to like be kept moving every now and again. Obviously, as you're driving around and that, the water moves about where it's trapped and comes out the drain holes, finds its own way out. Yeah, if you sit around too long, you get a bit rusty. It's really not the video I was expecting to be making today. I was just going to give you a quick show, quick look around the car. Give under the scuttle a little poke, and just, you know, tidy it up with a bit of sealer, just keep it watertight. I didn't realise how bad it was. I didn't really expect it to be a bloody big hole under the, you know, the black sound deadening stuff. So, bit of a shock, but hopefully it's sorted though. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.